So we first see that Clouded Leopard on the Roof, that's this book, was written and drawn by Wang Quanzi. I hope I'm saying that right. Apologies if I said your name a bit wrong. But well done for writing and drawing all the pictures for this cool book.
Yeah, they're very nice. Now, she got the idea when she read a report saying that Formosan clouded leopards were extinct. Let's take a look at that word. Extinct is an adjective, and it means not living anymore. Many animals that lived a long time ago are extinct today.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we think of the dinosaurs and all of those being the main ones, dodos.
Woolly mammoths.
Yeah, the tigers, which had the big teeth at the front. What are they called?
Saber-toothed tigers.
Saber-toothed tigers, yes. And a few other animals in parts of the world. Some animals are extinct in some parts, but not in others. Like in Britain, there used to be bears and wolves and wildcats, but I think they're all extinct in the UK now. They're trying to bring back some wolves to live in Scotland, but otherwise they just they aren't there. They've all died off.
Yeah, and in America we used to have, bears and wolves and big cats all over the country, but they only live in some parts of the US now.
Okay, so that's extinct. And unfortunately, Formosa clouded leopards are also extinct. Okay, there's no more left. And we know this because, as the article says, scientists had set up cameras in the mountains of Taiwan to look for them. Of course, these animals are hard to see and hard to find. They want to run away from humans. It's hard to find them, so they put cameras to hope the cameras could capture them. And these guys were scientists. That word is spelled S-C-I-E-N-T-I-S-T, scientist. And it's a person who is trained in a science and whose job involves doing scientific research or solving scientific problems. Now, I can say I am a scientist. Not right now, I'm an English teacher, but I was a scientist because I studied biochemistry, which is a type of science, when I was at university. I no longer work in a scientific job, but I still consider myself a scientist.
Oh, really? The article says, however, as of 2013, there were none left. Let's take a look at that phrase, as of. It means since a certain time. For example, the company announced that prices would go down as of next month. Now, these scientists set up cameras in many parts of the forests in Taiwan, trying to see if they could get a picture of a Formosan clouded leopard. Cats are shy and don't like to be near people, so it's hard to get pictures of them. But they didn't get any of them.
Yeah. Now we also see that the story takes place on the rooftops of a Taiwanese city. So take place is a phrasal verb, okay? Take, T-A-K-E, place, P-L-A-C-E, take place. And it's used to introduce either the time period or the location for an event. It's kind of similar to happens. For example, the meeting will take place at 3:30 p.m. We're giving the time. We're saying the meeting will happen at 3:30 p.m. So we might be wondering, why rooftops? What's the idea here?
Yeah, and the article explains the roofs represent the high ground that Formosan clouded leopards moved to when humans cut down Taiwan's forests. Let's take a look at that word, represent. It's a verb, R-E-P-R-E-S-E-N-T, represent. And it means to stand for or play the part of. The warm colors of the painting represent the warm feelings the artist has. That's an example of how we can use it. And in the story, the rooftops of this Taiwanese city represent the high ground that the clouded leopard did move to before finally becoming extinct.
Yeah, they had to leave the forests and go to the mountains because that was the only place they could get food and not get killed by people. So.
Exactly.
But it would have been very difficult to live there. There is not much food, so that's kind of why they all died away. Okay, so that's why rooftops. We also see that Wang included other Taiwanese animals in the story. We saw that the bear, the black bear, the magpie, and so on. There are more in the picture book. Here we've used the verb include, I-N-C-L-U-D-E, include, which means to have someone or something as part of a group or total. It can also mean to contain someone or something in a group or as part of something. For example, we could say, the price for a hotel room includes a free breakfast every morning. So that's the whole price. That includes the bed, the room, the water, the electricity, and the breakfast. You probably get a ticket, you show it, and they say, here's your breakfast. You don't have to pay any extra. It's included.
Yeah, this reminds us that many of these animals are also endangered and could go the way of the Formosan clouded leopard. Let's take a look at that word remind. It's a verb, R-E-M-I-N-D, remind. It means to make someone think of something they saw or heard of before. For example, I wrote a note to remind myself to buy more soap.
Do you do that sometimes? You say, buy more soap somewhere?
Yeah, I write a note, or I use my phone to give me a reminder at a certain time.
Yes.
So that maybe when I'm leaving work today and I walk past the store, I can remember to buy more soap and bring it home.
Yeah, I use an alarm to remind myself to pay the rent on which day of the month, in case I forget. Now, we're saying that these other Taiwanese animals, they're not extinct yet, but they are endangered. If an animal is endangered, then it could become extinct in the near future if something isn't done to protect it. Only a few of them are left in the world. You know, the numbers are very low, so they're in danger. So you can see in danger becomes the adjective endangered. For example, polar bears are endangered as a result of climate change. There aren't many left and their homes are kind of going away, so they're in trouble.
We'll also take a look at the phrase, to go the way of something, which is today's shortcut for you. So let's watch a short video clip to learn more about what this phrase means and how we can use it.